Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today the plan on the No Hope Estate is we're going to be going into the Cove to fight the Sunken Crew. Now, the reason for this is they have a very fun looking trinket for this estate called Lucius. This is a very rare from Trinkets Plus, I believe, that gives me plus 25% damage. However, it minuses my death blow resistance by 17%. Now, I don't have very many trinkets that up my damage by that much, and quite honestly, if my HP drops to the point where death blow resistance is becoming a problem, I have a problem. Because I cannot get my health back up that easily on this estate. Because, well, the estate rules are I cannot be healing in combat, I cannot use skills to heal myself, so it's really down to camping skills to heal me, food to heal me, curios, and otherwise, well, the health stays where it's at. Among the other estate rules of like there's no stress healing in combat, so I need essentially camping stuff to heal that or curios to heal that, and there's no stunning to mitigate damage either. It's all just straight damage to mitigate damage. So we're gonna see what we can do here. We're gonna go into the cove, hopefully get to the boss, because that has been problematic before of just getting to the boss, but we'll see what we can do. We're gonna have fun today with the Uncrowned, the Judicator, Plague Doctor, and the Prefect. So let's go over them real quick. Plan with the Uncrowned is we're gonna usually be opening up ambush just because ignores Aegis and Riposte, then either into Hemorrhage or Poison Knife, usually leaning into Poison Knife for the Blight and the plus damage versus Blighted. Then to finish things off, we either have Everscrate or Fan of Knives. For his trinkets, we have Zanzil's Altered Mixture, of course, because plus blight amount per combo point for up to 100% blight amount, so Poison Knife can do up to 6 for 3 blight. Then, on range attack hit, he'll blight other enemies for a 2 for 3. Then we have the Bloodlust Brooch, lowering his speed on the first action by 3, so his speed goes down to 6. Then we have plus 5 accuracy. On Hemorrhage or Poison Knife hit, he'll gain 4 combo points on hitting anything that is bleeding or blighted, making Zanzil's Altered Mixture go off that much faster. Next, we have the Judicator. We're going to be using Dual Convocation to do extra damage versus Blighted. There's not too much marking in this party, but we do have the capability of doing it with either Indictment Brand or Vigo the Prefect if we really wanted to. We then have Indictment Brand to mark the target, lowering blight resistance and pulling them, Amber Nail to minus protection and blight with a little bit of armor piercing, and Calcified Condemnation as a riposte. For the Judicator's trinkets, I went all in on damage versus bladed. So we have the Ring of Kalimdor. This is plus 35% damage versus bladed, and on attack hit will blight. This is the Sunward trinket from the Lord of the Worgen or the Cursed. However, it does not need to be used on the curse. This is just from having the cursed installed. Next, we have the Poison Skull. This gives plus 6 crit versus blighted, plus 20% damage versus blighted, and on attack hit, a 1 for 3 blight. So Jean, just by attacking with any attack she does, will do a 3 for 3 blight. Next, we have Paracelsus, the Plague Doctor. We have Noxious Blast, Plague Grenade, and then as a backup, Incision and Battlefield Medicine. Battlefield Medicine on this estate only cures blight and bleed. It does not heal. For her trinkets, we have the Poison Herb upping blight chance and blight amount, but lowering blight duration, and the Blight Amulet upping blight resistance and blight amount. So blight amount has a plus 83% blight amount between these two. So realistically, these are going to be going for almost double the blight amount that they do. And then speaking of almost doubling the blight amount, we have the Prefect, who's mainly here because of Implode, doing plus 100% bleed or blight amount applied. So if I'm realistically almost already doing 12 for 3 blight with Noxious Blast, Vigo can make that a 24. Now the numbers may vary because my math is not mathing right now, and I don't know 83% of 12 or 83% of 6, so that may be a 10 or an 11 before doubling that, but we'll see what happens and have some fun with that. On top of that, Vigo has Disrupt to bypass Guard, Stealth, and Riposte, and Break It. And then we also have TikTok as a free action to buff, crit, and speed of another ally, and Enshroud to cure Blight and Bleed and Mark. For his trinkets, we just have the Ancestor's Map for scouting and trap disarm, and Aggression Tactics to have the monsters have a better chance of being surprised. Let's go have some fun. And Void, I'm sorry for anything I do to your monsters this time around. So taking all the food because we're gonna need it. I'm gonna take some Kraken ribbons here because I want to see if I can do some funny shenanigans. The reason I want these is plus resolve experience received. So I'm gonna be using these on Jean, on Paracelsus, and Vigo, so they're gonna get plus 25% more resolve experience from the actual quest than Baliol here. Baliol will be leveling up from this quest. Then we're going to want some antivenoms, some bandages, medicinal herbs out the wazoo, a few keys, holy waters, and torches.
I employed a crew of particularly unsavory mariners, who for a time sailed the four corners at my behest, retrieving many valuable artifacts, relics, and rare texts. Predictably, they increased their tariffs to counter my intense stipulations of secrecy. Such resources had long been exhausted, of course, and so I prepared an alternative payment. The poor devils.
Let's use these ribbons, get them out of my inventory.
Eternity.
I see how it is. Actually, before I go right, I'm just going to go to this leftmost room and get it out of the way, because I don't want to backtrack all the way, just in case, like, I do really well.
Another misfortune.
And start backtracking. Well, nice to know nothing was in it. So I'm not sure, because it's 6 tiles to this one, if I'm counting right, and 6 tiles to the one up here, which one the boss is gonna be in. So we will just go to a random one and see what happens. So I'm gonna disrupt one of the webbers. A little bit of damage there. Ambush the other webber, taking it out because we do not want to get the web which marks us. Incision, taking it out.
Back to the pit.
And we just have that one spitter left to go. Bonk.
Executed with impunity.
Splat with the spider. Then Incision. Disrupt. And, not sure what happened there, but yes, you made yourself clear there.
Seize this momentum.
Take everything, go to the right, and then I'll try the upper right, or upper left first. Oh, you're kidding me. I forgot shovels. This is not going to be good. I thought I brought everything. I indeed did not bring everything. De-stress on Baliol. Negative quirks. Let's see if we can't get rid of Calm. Farmstead Foe, still interesting to get rid of. I use them a lot in the Farmstead. Alright. Play Grenade Blading the back row. That is a 9 blight. Thought it would be a bit higher, but I guess 83%. We are going to ambush, ignoring that riposte.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
We are going to implode on... You know, let's go on Baliol, because I have a plan on him. But then... Oh, whoopsies. And dual convocation hitting a wide mouth. Well, that's a wasted turn for you. Yay. Because the stinger goes down. I'm going to poison knife, hitting the wide mouth in 2. Now everyone gets bladed.
Maintain the offensive.
We are going Noxious Blast, blighting 2. So 19 blight on him. He goes down, disrupting the the Slater. So no more riposte on him.
Gently.
Then he comes forward and I can dual convocation him. Bonk.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, we are gonna heal Baliol here. Take what I can. And leave the portrait. Actually, I probably should have gotten rid of this good luck charm, but whatever. Torch. What's in the body? I don't really need the money. Alright, do we get a good scout? Please tell me good scout. No. Alright. Going to the upper left here. You never know. I am going to use this to heal. So, Baliol. A little bit of a heal there.
Sedated.
Let's go left, then up. Hey, Orcadian, I haven't seen you in a little while, buddy. That shuffle is not great. Back by 2 on Vigo. Getting rid of the bleed. Blight grenade. Getting rid of the block, lowering your accuracy. Bladed for 11. Yeah, we'll just... Can he bleed? He can bleed, so we'll do Garrote. Hoping to bleed him. So I thought that would also get rid of the block, but I guess not. Calcified Condemnation for the riposte. Poison Knife for the blight. Blade for 16, bleeding for 4. Implode TikTok on Jean. Then imploding on Baliol. Probably should have done it on Para, but that's fine. Blighting again. Blighting for 27. Takes 31. Dual Convocation for damage. 34 damage. Stargaze. I think it just transferred the blight to me. Oh, scheisse. That's not good. Anti-venom. Dual Convocation to take it out. Not doing great. Noxious Blast, lowering accuracy if we can. Oh, hell. Still got one action. Everscrate, finish it, finish it, finish it.
Bigger the beast,
Woo!
the greater the glory.
My best weapon turned against me. Okay, using some of the food to heal. Jean is not in a good position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need this many torches. Getting rid of them for the Trapezohedron, leaving the rest. I don't need the Ring of the Snake. I don't need the Jade. I need to camp. Default party order before I forget.
A blazing star is born.
What's in the room? We are gonna TikTok on Jean. I'm actually just gonna implode on Para. That way I can double blight these two. Speaking of, Oh boy, that's a 14-14. Please no. Okay, that's just stress. They do extra accuracy. I am going to ambush, hitting the lurking Stingray. Now it's guarding them. Dual Convocation for the damage. Wait, why did we get blighted? Oh, 120% chance to blight one hit. Gotcha. Well, Convocation again. Poison. Actually, if I do finish the Fan of Knives. Okay. Captain already goes down to blight. Bulwark does not. I do damage to the Stingray. Yeah, let's do this. Because everyone's almost down already, is the thing. So between disrupting and then hitting the Bulwark, he now goes down, and I only need a little bit of damage on the Stingray, which I just did.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Thank you for the anti-venom. And then taking what I can here, we're going to heal up on Jean, taking that Sapphire. That is not the boss. So I'm going to go over to this side now and find the boss. Yeah, we'll leave the gold. And I'll come back and clean up if I can. So that devastation devastated me. I know I was playing with fire. Oh, I'm really playing with fire.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on fish.
By forgetting the shovels, but also blighting and bleeding the Orcadian, who can transfer the stuff to you. But I was hoping to take it out before it did that. And I was mistaken. Which happens so many times. Blighting the back rows. We're going to TikTok on Para because she's the one that's actually doing a lot here. And we're actually just going to implode. And then ambushing. If I hit this one, he's likely to go down. The Supplicant in 3 is likely to go down to the Blight. I can dual Convocation, hoping to take down 2. It's not going to happen, but with a few actions, I can probably do that.
Great is the weapon.
So 3 goes down to Blight on its next action. 2 is going to take another hit, and then we just got 1 left. Okay. So if I do Noxious Blast on the Wide Mouth, it's got 1 health left. If I disrupt these, let's disrupt the Wide Mouth because it has high speed. Wide Mouth 2 down. I can then just do Fan of Knives and end this.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I'm tempted to take the Jade. Or the Emerald there. Oh, yeah. No, I might need the bandage for the boss. I'm pretty sure they do bleeding. I can get myself in a good shape with the firewood and then food for the boss. It's just what I want left over afterward. So we'll do this. Okay. Yeah, we're in good shape. So we're gonna firewood here. I want to see if I can do some shenanigans. So first, feast for the health and stress. Good heal there.
Rats in a
We are going to... Okay, that takes 3. I do need to detect traps because... Actually, no, let's do Amber Ward because plus damage on melee skills. We'll do that on the Judicator. But then I want to do shenanigans. So, Vigo, produce a gold star. Take the gold star. Can you use the gold star on yourself? I've never tried this. Because this gives plus resolve chance and plus virtue chance, if I remember right. You can give it to yourself. So, plus 100% resolve chance, or resolve experience at the end of this. I think they get either medium boss or veteran bosses give 6. Let me look this up. I stand mistaken. Boss expeditions give the same as long expeditions in veteran, which are 8. So if he gets plus 100% at the end of this, he gets 16. Which means Vigo will be level 5 at the end of this. Cool. That's what I wanted. I'm also kind of tempted to produce a Panacea, but what can I get other than that? I could heal one companion for 50% of their health, which is kind of what I need right now. So experimental vapors, we're doing that. Now the Judicator's at full health. I do not have a way of getting Death's Door recovery off, but you know, whatever.
The light.
Onward.
Promise of safety.
Dig through this. Unfortunate that it's not the thing that I need a torch for, but whatever. I can get food. It's not much. We'll leave the rest. Torch up. Pop holy waters. I don't really feel like I need to get rid of the debuff resistances. I'm debating if I want to heal up. Yeah. Okay. We'll go on. Man, I love this scene. Really looks like the Sunken's pirate crew here. Alright, so the plan is we are going to tick-tock on Paracelsus so she goes faster. Then we're going to implode her so she does double the blight amount. Baliol. For now, ambush onto the Sunken Crew, just do some damage to it. A little bit of stress, that's fine. And Noxious Blast, lower the accuracy. Love the crit. 17 blight, I love it. Now every action until I take the Ropeman out. He's gonna get healed. What I could do is more or less set us up though. Nah. Bonk him. Bladed for 3. still gonna Noxious Blast the crew.
A devastating blow.
Blighted for 34. If I Poison Knife the boss, he gets blighted for 3, and I do extra damage to the boss. So, crew goes down on its action, or I can disrupt him. That's one I thought would bleed. Yeah, it does. Okay. Then... Actually, I want to do Calcified Condemnation so they hit Jean more often and get a little bit of a riposte with it. They did not go for her. That is what I did not want to have happen. Noxious Blast. Yeah, we can take out the crew before this thing goes off. 51. You can just go back. And then stabby stab. Crew goes down.
Death for captain and crew.
Give blueprint.
Fitting.
Don't really care about the 2 trinkets here, but Hydra skill for the Kraken Slayer, minus 10 dodge on being hit, bleed 2 for 6, which stacks with the plus bleed duration, so that could bleed for up to a 9. And then the Leather Brace, 2 max HP, 5 protection, minus 3% crits received. Get rid of the bandage for the blueprint. And now we'll go to the little bits we missed. Man, the Prefect can make things like
May we find
ramp up like crazy. Hunger check. That's what I'm slightly afraid of here. But we did heal. Extra fight. Let's see if it's a mini boss. It is not. It is Bloodsuckers. Lovely. Okay. Implode, even though they have a slightly higher blight chance. Plague Grenade the back row, hoping to take out the Oracle. I don't have anything that ignores stealth. I'm just gonna uncloak here. And then Poison Knife. So Oracle does go down. Then we can dual Convocation, hitting one of them. This one should go down. The row 2 Supplicant should go down to Blight now. We'll get rid of that Blight when we have a chance.
Annihilated.
Poison Knife on row 2. It's down. Blights go off, but resisted. What's the debuff here? I don't really care about it. You know what? We can Enshroud. That way I don't need to use one of my anti-venoms, and that just gets rid of my Blight. And then we can hopefully just Blight him. 20 Blight around, and wait to see what happens.
Decimated.
Down they go.
As victories mount, so too will
I'm gonna keep the keys. I no longer need that holy water, so we can get rid of it. And I'm gonna get rid of the good... No, the good luck charm is a good luck charm. I was gonna say, I'm gonna get rid of the good luck charm. But that seems like a very bad idea considering everything that's happened so far. I'm gonna keep the good luck charm. Stone Clam. We're gonna blight the Stone Clam. Stone Clam goes down. TikTok on Para. Imploding Para. we're going to implode on Baliol, because I have a fun idea. Cloak of Shadows, get him out of there. Going to Poison Knife, hitting the Bulwark. That blights him. That transfers the blight around. So 5 blight on everything now. 15 blight on the Bulwark. Oh, that is really not what I wanted to have happen. Well, we're going to dual Convocation the Thrall, which means we're hitting the Bulwark here. Lovely.
Be gone, fiend.
Abso-frickin-lutely lovely. Well, I suppose just do damage onto the Bulwark. We can disrupt him. There we go. And then Everscrate making sure we take out the Thrall before he goes kaboom. And then Convocation Megget. Bulwark goes down.
This expedition at least promises success.
I want the crests. I want them, Sam I am. I only have one Panacea. The Panacea has a ton of uses. So that's gonna hang out in my back pocket. The worst thing in the world is if I get a Fogwell. If I get rid of these torches, which just essentially means I can't continue that way or I get shoved back somewhere.
The way is
We'll get rid of the torches.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Watch me find a Fogwell now. Hey, Benthic Sailor. Why are all the mini-bosses surprising me? Alright, blighting him. Vigo has to move back. Please, Fishhook, move me forward.
Reeling.
Nope. Okay.
About to break.
That's fine. We are gonna Cloak of Shadows to come out of the blight, or the stealth. We're gonna Poison Knife him. Blighted for 14. Convocation. Blighted for 17. Arc. A little bit of stress there.
The birthplace.
Noxious Blast, lowering his accuracy, upping the blight on him. Bladed for 17. Can Poison Knife him for 4 to 7, blighting him for 6. Or I can do this, knowing that Gene's also going to hit for around 30. And then yeah, let's just Everscrate. So bladed for 20. Imploding on Para. It's at least not going to damage me. Convocation hopefully takes him out. If not, the blight was gonna. As long as we hit. Take what I can, which is nothing. Then the half-foot guild charter. Friendly skill buff target for plus 50% damage versus Mart. There is a very good use for this. Like, theoretically. Not in a way I have been using him, but if I were to use him, there is an amazingly good use for this. We're going to get rid of the anti-venom for it. Don't want the snake oil. We can not take the portraits of the busts, even though busts is one of the things I need. Maybe we get rid of the jade for it. Torch. Just keep that torch high so I don't take as many crits or damage. Default party order before I go in here. See what's the deal. So at least we got the ambush. You know, I should be doing this more often. I didn't... Half of me thought that was... Before today, I thought that was actually going to take my action. So I'm going to Poison Knife on the Thrall. That blights everyone else because of the Zamzils. We are going to Plague Grenade, hitting them back 2. That blights them. 12 on the Oracle. We are going to TikTok on Para. Then we're going to Implode on Para. Actually. 3, 12, 3. Yeah, Implode on Para. I meant to click Para there.
The blood
it is what it is. Hitting the Thrall. Thrall down. No Explodies. Oracle goes down on next action. Stinger 2 goes down on next action. Are we paralyzed? We are. We're stunned. And Survey says... We got a second one, but we can end the fight with these two. So, blighting the Stinger in 1. And fight over. Doesn't matter if we get Gene to go or not.
eradicated.
Ooh, fun stuff.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates.
So I didn't scout the hallway. But at this point... I'm not sure. Because there's like 2... If I find that hallway... Or actually, I didn't scout, so unless I get to this room and then find a hidden room, the keys are really not going to be useful to me. So I can get rid of that for the ruby. The crust, on the other hand, is like 3 things, I think, that the medicinal herbs could be handy for. I'm tempted to just get rid of the Panacea. The one thing I really wanted to keep it in my back pocket for was if the I somehow got the Crimson Curse from the few things that are around here, but yeah. There goes my last hunger check. That's why I wanted that food around. However, that being said, maybe more food.
Packs
we did not get
with
food.
Loot are often low on supplies.
I'm going to take that shovel as a just in case. Alright, battle in here, then battle in the hallway. What is this thing? Abyssal Asterias?
What's that thing?
So it looks like an octopus on a chest. 12 health, no stun resistance, almost no blight resistance. Does have a high move resistance and some bleed resistance. It does have a restoration as a start, but I'm wondering if this is just a constant that applies every round. Huh. Anyway. Blight the back rows. Para's on Death's Door, that's not good. And has a bleed.
Terrible vistas of emptiness.
There's a way around this. There's a way around this. So we're gonna TikTok Belial. Then we're gonna Enshroud Para. Oh, hell. Well, imploding Belial then. I didn't think that would crit, and we would be fine. So Plated Maggot goes down. The Armored Urchin goes down. We're gonna Poison Knife the Armored Asterias. So that's 5 and then blights for 6 of 7, but then it has that small restoration. Then I was right. Oh hell. Well, hopefully Para is slow enough where Vigo goes faster. We're gonna dual convocation the throw.
Obliterated.
Just Asterias left. And Everscrate taking this thing out. Fight over, right? Okay.
Foolish horrors.
Bandage, anti-venom. I don't have food to get her off Death's Door. So we're going to get rid of the medicinal herbs for the onyx. I'm going to get rid of the shovel for the 500 gold. Going to see if I get some stress down from the figurehead. I don't have torches for the shambler.
If only treasure could staunch the flow.
And I'm not going to do the fight because that would be bad news. But we did get a lot from this. Like, a lot more than I expected. And the trinket that we get from here is really good. Maybe this really was a good luck charm. Because how many death door checks did she survive that she realistically should not have survived? Like, with how my luck is. Para, you lived. I think we made our deal, Lucius. Surely we can make a deal. No, we made one. I got... This entire dungeon was the deal, I think. So we got 18,000, 19,000 gold. 60 crests, a blueprint, 3 buffs, and 3 portraits, which will go to upgrading the hamlet. Baliol hit level 5, Vigo hit level 5, Jean hit level 5, Para is really needing some stress relief. Risk Taker is actually not a bad thing, especially on Jean, considering she does not have the highest dodge as is. So her getting plus 10% more damage is not the worst thing in the world, however, is once again risky because she's taking the little dodge she has and getting rid of it for more damage. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it's not the worst thing in the world, I believe. Yokai Slayer as well. Thantanophobia on Baliol, so my plus stress if HP below 50%, and Nymphophobia, so plus stress relief in the brothel. Let's see what happens here.
There is a great horror beneath the man.
The Shriekling's Den. I'm not doing it.
Chaos.
I don't like that place. Okay, so Jean. I want to see this here. So her dodge goes down to 10 from 20, but once again does up her base damage. Okay. We are going to put people in stress relief because youch. I realistically should, or I should have already, upgraded this. So let's increase stress recovery, increase slots to 2, increase stress recovery.
Rituals.
I'll leave it at that for now.
A tonic against the bloodshed.
Nothing really at the Nomad Wagon. Yeah, it would just be 30 crests to go and get this at the Shriekling's Den, which I really don't like the quest. If I brought now here's the thing. If I brought an overpowered party, it probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So theoretically, I probably could take it out and get those crests. And I think it also gives me some good money. It's just the matter of the actual nest itself kind of sucks to take out. I don't think you can blight, bleed, debuff, or move it, and then it continuously spawns Shrieklings to guard it, and it has like 99 speed, so it summons the Shrieklings as a bonus action or something like that, and then its first action is to make a Shriekling guard it. So you either need things that bypass guard or AoEs to hit it, and that's where like Ronnie would come in handy here. I know I said I wouldn't use her again, but theoretically she would come in handy just to do like quick strike to take out the Shrieklings, and then potentially, if there was 2 left, I could do Moonbequeaths to hit it and a Shriekling to help take them out. I'm trying to think of who else would be handy here, because like I was thinking that Forlorn, but realistically he can't do much. Pernicosis just does a lot of damage and movement stuff, so he would be helpful. Lilac potentially, just because I know how much damage she can potentially do on her own. But then I don't know the 4th I would do because I don't have that many level 5s. I suppose I could have like Yugi and just spam Mountain Breaker to do armor piercing and damage versus size 2+, which I know it is. I know there's a trick with the Shield Breaker, which bypasses guard to go and get it, but I don't have anyone in level 5 that does anything like that. Yes, I do, but it's gonna be tricky. Okay, so I think this is at least just going to be the start of where we're gonna start next time, because this isn't usually the longest quest. This gets me a lot of crests for the hamlet. This gets me some gold, because I will be using some of those funds to level up these heroes, and that'll help with those funds if we're leveling them up. And then if I don't get a good resource or any trinkets from like making the week go to the next week, I'll probably be leveling up some of the lower levels. The bowman that I just got that I've been wanting to level up, and like Cran for an example, and then going from there. However, I just figured this, I know I don't really like this quest, but it is good for resources, and we can go from there. Otherwise, just really quick checking this, that there really isn't anything I can get that I want. I can get a performance hull, but that isn't going to be doing too much for me. The 2 speed is nice for manipulating speed, I suppose, so we could get that. So I can get these ribbons rolling for manipulating speed for who I want to go first, just in case it's like a dance team or something like that. So yeah, I guess I'll get the performance hull here. That way it's easier to manipulate dance teams and their actions and stuff like that, and then we'll go from there. Just see what we get at that Shriekling's nest. If I remember right, it's just a few trapezohedrons, but we'll see from there. And probably level up some apprentices in the next episode as well. Just because usually this doesn't take the longest, it's just an annoying quest. But it does give some decent rewards, I will give it that. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please, have a good one.